The battle continues, red meat versus plant-based meats. Will Coggin, the managing director at the Center for Consumer Freedom, which is funded by restaurants, food companies, and other interests, wrote an op-ed piece where he discusses being steak-shamed for a variety of reasons, climate change and health in particular. He points to Senator George McGovern's 1977 Dietary Goals report that declared red meat a health villain. And since then, Americans have been chided out of eating red meat. According to the USDA, red meat consumption has fallen more than 24% since 1976. During that time, he writes, study after study has attempted to tie red meat to a laundry list of health problems. 3 studies published in the Annals of Internal Medicine last October reviewed 61 past studies with over 4 million participants to see whether red meat affected their risk of developing heart disease and cancer. All 3 came to the same conclusion. Decreasing red meat consumption had little or no effect on reducing the risk of heart disease, cancer, or stroke. The studies, and Coggin point out the imperfections in the studies, how people lie in order to make them appear healthier or more concerned about animal welfare or the environment than they really are. He also points to the confusion that many consumers have when it comes to the new plant-based meat alternatives like Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat. According to Mintel, 46% of Americans believe that plant-based meat is better for you than real meat. He says that a lean beef burger has an average of nearly 20% fewer calories and 80% less sodium. And the 2 most popular alternatives are ultra-processed food, filled with unpronounceable ingredients. Now, while he may be correct in some of the things he writes, implying that the nutritional studies are flawed and that eating red meat has no effect on our health are simply misleading and not true. It leads to more consumer confusion, not less. Everyone's body and metabolism is different, and for some, being a carnivore is best. For others, being a vegan is. The reality for most consumers is that moderation and balance in the foods that we consume, all foods, is actually the best for us.